The race for automatic promotion has unfortunately come to an end, but luckily we can still qualify for the playoffs. Hello, welcome to Club 2 Part 18 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our final championship games of the season against Stoke and Grimsby. Since the last episode, we haven't played too many football matches. We've actually played, we played a few, 7 to be precise. Some defeats, some mostly wins. 4 wins against the likes of Nottingham Forest, Charlton, Southampton, and Burnley. 1 draw against Derby and defeats against Sunderland and Norwich. So this is the league table heading into the final 2 games of the season. We do currently sit 1 point ahead of Sunderland, but we do have a game in hand, which is now because we're the late kickoff. So should we get the win against Stoke, we will qualify for the playoffs with 1 game to spare. That's only if we can get the win. Obviously, automatics completely out of sight. It would have been good if we had won all of our remaining games. Then we might have had a small chance. I don't think we would have had a chance at all, in fact. So automatics were very much off the cards, but you never know, depending on how form does go. So this is the lineup for our match against Stoke, which I don't even know where they are in the table. I'm assuming they're nowhere near us. So this is the lineup. It's Sinisano in goal, a back 4 of Elaine, Gilchrist, Bart and Silva, Mera at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Price and Bellingham. Why is it showing Bellingham as a goalkeeper? Is that not just bizarre? What is going on? I hope he's actually not in goal. That's good. That's fixed itself. That's just a bit bizarre. That would be. Imagine if we went in goal and found out Bellingham was in goal and Sinisano was in midfield. That would be absolutely strange. We've got us on the left. Then we've got Camera on the. No, Camera's on the left. Us is on the right. Reed is up front. Bexley, unfortunately, has picked up a little bit of a knock, so he'll be missing this game. Might potentially miss the Grimsby game as well, depending on how well he's performing in training. So we might just keep him out until the playoffs, should we get into the playoffs. Obviously, if we don't qualify today, there is also a chance in the next game. So let's just hope we qualify today, because I don't really want to have to go through the next game. Obviously, the next game is against Grimsby, because that should theoretically be a very easy win, because they are down in the relegation places. I think Stoke are in the relegation places as well last time I checked, but I might be completely wrong about that. And if they are chasing for the playoffs, I'm sorry to Stoke, because I completely balls that one up. But Barceo has got the ball now to Bone. Can we just get the ball, please? Low plays it into Sammy Bond, and he does put the ball into the back of it to make it 1-0 to Stoke. I'm going to presume they are near the relegation places, because I think they're fighting for their lives. Where are they? Let's take a look at the league table. Stoke are 14th. They've literally got nothing to play for, so I don't know why they've got to go all out very attacking in the first few minutes. And Connor Reed with the header, but it does fall to Deshani Silva, who does put the ball into the back of the net for what might be his first goal of the season. And what an important goal that may be, because what's its points difference now? 2. We do need to win this game in order to get the playoffs, but with a draw, I think we probably will still end up, because then it just, eliminates Bolton out of the equation, because if we lose, Bolton can still get in the playoffs. Obviously, if we draw, it's just us or Sunderland to get in the playoffs. So I don't know if Derby are secure yet, but they will be after this game, I reckon. Reed has got the ball, does leap, pretty good leap there. I'll tell you what, the past few games, Reed has been absolutely class. Whether or not he'll make the step up into the Premier League, he's got Premier League potential. Just whether or not he'll actually fulfill that, I really honestly don't know how good this squad is. So compare us to the any of the Premier League teams. I think there's some players that will make the step up, and there's some players I don't think will. The likes of Isaac Price and Alfie Gilchrist, to name a few. I don't think they make the step up into the Premier League. They might be decent backups, but definitely not starting options. And Ars has got the ball, has the chance to cross the ball into the box. He goes into the box. He should perhaps, I think, kept on running. That might have been the best option, but we still got possession of the ball. Silva plays it into Connor. I don't think the pass was aiming for Connor Reid. I think he was aiming for Nicholas Ars, but then it does fall to Connor Reid, who does put the ball into the back of net. I do want to just take a look at this goal. So Silva crosses it, finds he nearly found us, but the defender got there, but then he just knocked it straight into the path of Connery to knock it home to make it 2-1. I'll tell you what, looking at the stats, yes, it was a poor start, conceded in the 4th minute, but since then, we've been on fire this first half. They're not really, I don't really see us losing this game now. Ars has got the ball back to a lane. He crosses it. Connor Reid hits the crossbar. He has been absolutely superb this game. Somehow, he's only had 1 goal. I feel like he probably should have had a few more by now. There's no doubt in my mind. He'll definitely get a 2nd goal at some point this game. It could be now. It could be in the 2nd half. I'm leaning towards the 2nd half. But we do have a few seconds left to play. Silva picks up a ball, a poor throw from the Stoke City player. Kamara has got the ball now to Price. Bellingham tries to curl one in, and it wasn't a great shot, but I'd rather him have the shot than lose possession and us concede a goal. So that is completely fine for him. And Stoke do have a ball as they look to build up some form of attack from the kickoff, which we all know that's never going to happen. It's very rare we get an attack from the kickoff that gets fully played out. But we are 10 minutes in. I think we'll give it probably a few more minutes and we'll make our first couple of changes. Mera has picked up a knock, so we will get him off for Daniel Kelly, who's not had a lot of game time. He's probably another player that will probably end up leaving us in the summer, no matter what league we're in, whether we're in Championship or Premier League, he is probably going to go. Kamara is going to make way for Axel Doggan, again, one of those 2 left wingers. Don't know who, probably will end up leaving the club, but I'm leaning towards Axel Doggan because he hasn't really done much to impress me, and I don't think, but they might both go, to be fair. I don't really know, don't really have a plan on the summer just yet, mainly because I don't really know what league we're in. Because if we're in the Premier League, there's going to be a lot of business. If we're still in the Championship, there'll be some business, but not as much as if we got promoted to the Premier League via the playoffs, which I would love to think that we can win the playoffs, but I think judging by our recent form and how inconsistent it's been, I think it's going to be a tough task. But we are currently qualifying for the playoffs as it stands. We are going to make a couple more changes. Bellingham will make way for Chris Rigg, who's completely dropped out of the starting 11 since Bellingham's picked up a bit of form and he has been looking really good at that midfield playmaker role. So I think Rigg's probably demoted to a backup, I think, at the moment. We are going to also get on. We'll get off Connor Reid. We'll get on. Paul Young can have a run around up front. He could be a channel. We'll just leave him. But yeah, we'll have him as a channel forward. He's really, Paul Young started off the season quite well. When we brought in us, completely dropped out of the team, but it comes in now and then. But again, I'd love to keep Paul Young because I think he is homegrown at the club, so he will be very useful if he is for next season. Not that it matters because we're not in any form of European competitions, but we have got the win and we are in the playoffs, and they will be coming up in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed to the channel and hopefully we do get promoted. But let's see if we can end this Championship season on a high with a win against Grimsby. The lineup for our final match of the Championship season will be against Grimsby, not Grimsby in goal, but you know what I mean. It's Sinisano in goal, a back four of Elaine, Gilchrist, Barr, and Silver. Kelly at the base of the midfield. Then we've got Bellingham and Price ahead of him. Then we've got Young out on the right, Arsa on the left. Then we've got Connor Reed up front. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully get one final win. Obviously, if we can get a decent result today, that will determine who we get in the playoffs. Obviously, if we finish 7th, we play 4th place. If we finish 5th place, we play 6th place. Or 5th versus 6th and 7th versus 4th. That's how the playoffs work. But I don't know how the home and away leg gets decided. I don't know if the 5th place gets their home leg first or second. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Who's depending on who we play. But I'm hoping we get Derby. But there's a slight chance we could potentially get Watford. And the last time we played Watford, we did lose to them. I don't know what happened in the reverse fixture, but we certainly lost against them in the most recent game against them. But in terms of results against Derby, we recently got a 2-2 draw against them, and in the reverse fixture got a 1-0 win against them. So in terms of an aggregate scoreline, we've beaten Derby, but at the moment it does look like, depending on what happens, if we can get a goal and put us in the lead, that will either put us into 4th or 5th. So at the moment, we're playing Southampton, and we did actually beat them just recently. I don't know what happened in the reverse fixture. Again, we'll find that out after this game, see who we get to play. But I think Derby would be the most easiest option, but I don't think that's going to happen, because I think they are currently losing at the moment, or at least I think they are. Price is going to whip in the corner. 5 minutes left to go of the first half. Young with the ball. Can he strike the ball? Arse now to Price. Can he put the ball back in the box? Paul Young with the goal, and we are 1-0 up against Grimsby. It may have taken 40 minutes against they're not actually, believe it or not, Grimsby aren't relegated this season, which is absolutely, I can't believe it, but the relegation battle is actually quite tight. The likes of Norwich could still potentially get relegated, but in the relegation zone are Millwall, Exeter, and another team. I think it was Preston I saw down there, but I'm hoping Exeter to stay up, because that would be an absolute dream. That would be for Exeter City to stay in the Championship for a second season. That would be absolutely unbelievable. But why do I care about Exeter? We're managing West Brom, and we are currently 1-0 up, currently in 4th place. So at the moment, we would face Watford. Obviously, should Derby get back into the lead in their game, they are losing 2-0 to Coventry. Obviously, should they make a comeback, they will move up into 5th. They will obviously play them in the playoff semi-finals, but at the moment we will be playing Watford, which I will take, but we are in good form, so I think we could, there's always a chance we could potentially go to the final. And Connor Reed with a very good strike and nearly catching out the Grimsby goalkeeper, but unfortunately just couldn't quite get it on target. So we've actually created a lot of chances. We're only half an hour into the game. We've had 23 shots, 7 on target. Grimsby have they've done nothing. They've had 3 shots, none of them have been on target. I think a second goal will probably wrap up the game, and I think that was Paul Young with the strike. Wasn't a good strike at all, and he does fire it over the top of the crossbar. But 25 minutes left to go. With the playoffs in sight, I think we'll start resting a few of our key players. Bellingham is going to come off the rig. I think Ars also makes way for Kamara, and I think we will also get off Silva for Dimitris Constantinu, and I think we'll just do that for now. I think probably our next change will be one of us centre backs, and possibly maybe Reed coming off. As Begsy is on the bench, so I think he'll come on with like 15 minutes left to go, just for him to have a run around, because he is just coming back from a pretty hefty injury, so he can come on and we'll get on. Let's get on to Garner. He needs a little bit of game time, so bring him on for Papa Bear. 15 minutes left to go. Still the 1-goal lead, but it's a fairly comfortable lead considering Grimsby really haven't created too many chances. I don't know what the league table is looking like in terms of the playoff positions. Obviously, all the playoff teams have pretty much confirmed their spot, I think. I don't think there's going to be any late twists. I don't think Sunderland can squeeze in. I don't think they can. No, they can't at the moment because I assume they are. They've been absolutely whitewashed by Southampton 5-1, so I don't know where Southampton are in the table. They are, I think, the third, actually. I know exactly where they are, but I don't know about the other teams. King has got the ball. That's a pitch perfect tackle from Alfie Gilchrist. If he had timed that wrong, that was going to be a penalty all day, every day. And Bexley is through a goal. He puts the ball into the back of the net for what I think that's his 16th goal of the season. He might have had a few more, but that is absolutely incredible. Brilliant turn of pace to get away from the defenders, and that is absolutely wonderful. What's the league table looking like? I do just want to have a check. Yeah, we will be playing Watford in the semi-finals of the playoffs, which I'm hoping that our away leg is first. That's what I'm really, really hoping for, but I don't think it will work out like that. I suspect we will have our home draw first. If it's the away day getting first, then that it would be absolutely perfect. We will just, I do want that to be confirmed because if the home leg is second, that makes a really big difference. And the home leg is second. That's what we just need to get a decent away result and then obviously win our game at home, and then we'll be in the plus. So potentially, coming up in the next episode, we will be 3 wins away from potentially playing in the Premier League. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.